Listen closely, because this is not a rumor whispered in palace corridors. This is a siren screaming that something inside this marriage has exploded. A one-way ticket, a missing fortune, and a prince left standing at an airport while his entire world quietly drains away. This isn't a love story anymore. This is a getaway story. It all starts at LAX, not with flashing smiles or royal waves, but with tension you could practically taste in the air. Meghan, wrapped up in oversized sunglasses, a scarf pulled high, a baseball cap pressed low, moving fast, sharp, urgent. No entourage posing. No casual confidence. This wasn't glamour. This was exit energy. The kind of energy people carry when they're done explaining themselves, when they're done negotiating, when they're done staying. And then comes the detail that makes everything snap into focus. The ticket wasn't round trip. It was one way. Dubai, not Paris, not New York, not some cozy European reset. Dubai, a city known for luxury, secrecy, and financial complexity. A place where money doesn't just sit in accounts, it disappears behind marble walls and private doors. And suddenly the question isn't where she's going, it's why she needed to go now. While that plane is boarding, something else is unraveling on the ground. Prince Harry is hit with a bombshell so violent it rattles everything he thought was stable. $12 million. Gone. Not miscounted, not slowly spent, gone. Security funds, staff payments, legal reserves, vanished in a single devastating sweep. English. Meg, let that number sit for a second. $12 million. That's not lifestyle creep. That's not California is expensive. That's strategy level money. That's movement. That's planning. That's a decision made long before the sunglasses went on at LAX. And here's where the story turns from messy to chilling. Because when money like that moves, especially across borders, especially through American financial systems, alarms don't just ring. They scream. Analysts don't shrug. They document. And suddenly, this isn't celebrity gossip anymore. This is the kind of situation that can trigger investigations, audits, and questions nobody wants answered out loud. And where is Meghan when all of this lands? 15 hours in the air, unreachable, untouchable, silent. Harry is left behind dealing with the fallout, scrambling calls, unanswered messages, advisors who suddenly don't know what to say. The image of unity they sold to the world cracked clean in half, because nothing says we're still solid like one spouse leaving the country while millions disappear. For years, they told us they were inseparable, two against the world, a love story forged in pressure and pain. But here's the ugly truth gossip doesn't like to admit. When people flee separately, unity is already dead. And the whispers start immediately. Did she take the money? Was he involved? Was this agreed, or was this a blindside? No one's answering, and that silence is loud. Because usually, when stories like this break, the PR machine whirs to life within minutes. Statements, denials, friendly leaks, carefully planted reassurances that everything is fine. But this time, nothing. Offices in LA, London, Montecito, unreachable. Phones going dark, messages left hanging. That's not confidence. That's chaos. And let's talk about Dubai, because the destination matters. Dubai isn't just about gold elevators and skyline selfies. It's a financial fortress. Asset freezes take longer. Legal requests crawl. Privacy is currency. For someone needing time, real time, to reorganize a life, it's a strategic place to land, which makes this feel less like panic and more like preparation. Over the past year, the warning signs were everywhere, hiding in plain sight. Senior aides quitting, advisors vanishing without explanation, PR teams rotating like a revolving door. At the time, it was brushed off as Hollywood dysfunction. Now, it looks like smoke, cover, distraction. And Harry, he looks stranded, because without that money, the independence narrative collapses fast. California living isn't just expensive, it's relentless. Property, taxes, security that burns through millions annually. If the liquid cash is gone, the walls start closing in. Bills don't care about royal titles, neither do lawyers. And suddenly, the unthinkable creeps in. Could he go back? Could he call his father? Yes, probably. But that help wouldn't come without a price. Silence. Conditions. A return that looks suspiciously like surrender. The very life he burned bridges to escape would be the one rescuing him. And then there are the children. Because here's the detail nobody can stop whispering about. Witnesses at the airport didn't see them. No Archie. no Lilibet. And when kids disappear from the narrative during international moves, custody lawyers start sharpening pencils. California, the UK, the Middle East. That's not a family discussion. That's a legal maze designed to exhaust everyone involved. With enough money, those battles can last years. And $12 million? That buys time, power, leverage. People online are already tracking flights, watching Emirates routes, waiting to see where she lands, will the cameras catch her, or whether she vanishes quietly into some gated luxury enclave where questions don't travel well. And the brand, oh the brand, it's bleeding. Everything they sold was built on togetherness. Against the palace, against the press, against tradition. Oprah, Netflix, podcasts. But now public appearances tell a different story. Distance. Stiffness, Harry glowing when alone, dulled when beside her. The chemistry that once sold a movement now looks contractual. And missing money changes everything. Because emotional separations are messy. Financial separations are deliberate. This doesn't feel like a fight. It feels like a plan reaching its final stage. A flight, a fortune, and a silence loud enough to end a marriage without a single public word. The silence after the flight is where the real damage lives. Because when days pass and nothing is clarified, nothing denied, nothing soothed, reality starts writing its own ending. Harry isn't just missing money, he's missing control. The kind of control that tells you your life is still yours. And right now, it doesn't look like it is. Every locked door feels louder. Every unanswered call feels intentional. Because if this were a misunderstanding, someone would rush to fix it. If this were teamwork, someone would reassure him. But instead, there's distance. Physical distance. Financial distance. Emotional distance so wide it feels permanent. And here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say out loud. Money doesn't vanish in healthy marriages. It moves when someone is preparing for impact. When someone is choosing themselves over the partnership. When someone is already gone long before the plane ever leaves the runway. Dubai wasn't just a destination. It was a line drawn in the sand. Harry may still be standing in Montecito, but the ground under him is gone. The brand is cracked. The trust is shattered. And whatever comes next won't be repaired with interviews or documentaries. This story doesn't end with reconciliation. It ends with lawyers, boarders, and a prince realizing far too late that the exit plan was never meant for two people.